G'day everyone, BelleAim here.
And so is Derek.
And I'm excited to be back. So we're on the case again. I'm seeing some cute emotes in the chat. Oh, Fushi's new emotes. She's already uploaded them. That's awesome. So great. Hello friends, how's it going? Hopefully you all had a wonderful Saturday.
Hope so.
All right, so to recap, this is like day 3, and we've investigated. The last time we were investigating, we got some cool fingerprint powder, so we did a lot of that.
Yeah, I did a lot of white stuff.
Oh my gosh. And the time before that, we got the spray bottle, so we were spraying a bunch of stuff. I wonder what our next investigation will bring. So, yeah, who knows? All right, well, let's get started. Apparently, according to Derek, we're going to be seeing more Meekins today. So be excited for Mr. Meekins' voice over there.
Look. Did he get my voice? Oh, goody. Just what everybody wants.
Exactly. Hey, you do a really great job with him. I love it. So, you guys all ready to get started? Ready to game with BelleAim and Derek?
I believe so.
Awesome.
It better be.
Oh my gosh. All right. So, what do you think, Mr. Wright? I think the prosecution is as confused as we are.
Well, that's a good feeling.
Yeah. After all... Oh, Lana. Wait, who's Lana again? Which one's Lana?
Lana is her
the sister. Wait, why is she here?
She's has
she's
to be here at the trial.
Okay. The victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. And a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Lana! Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. What? I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning. We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though.
Oof, that's rough.
So, how'd it go? It's as Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma. But Lana, don't tell me you... Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are. Miss Skye. We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall. What kind of trace evidence? Blood-stained fingerprints, to be exact. Oh, hang on one second. We're just going to pull up the chat. All right, there we go.
There we go.
That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you? In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall? We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Skye?
Hello, Nincobra. Hello, Luma West. Hello, Jordan Robinson.
Hello, everybody. Looking up your arsenal investigation tools. Nice.
Oh my.
Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright. So she's not like super against it.
She's sort of reserved to whatever might happen.
Yeah, she seems so like just held back for everything.
Hey, Super Paper Pokemon.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye.
Oh,
what?
It just your
The
voice
voice
always kills me every time.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Oh wow!
What just happened?
Cat Eve says can only stay for a few minutes as I work tomorrow, but then physically going to subscribe to Tier 1.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, a 12-month streak, 1 year. Who remembers the good old days of Belleth and Company?
No.
Oh my gosh, we are getting back to that, by the way, but I can only do 1 at a time because I just can't handle more than 1 right now. Oh my gosh, it's Smash Matt with 100 bits. By the way, I recall one case in the original DS version of the first Ace Attorney game. There was a passing mention of the chief prosecutor in one of the original 4 cases, but the chief prosecutor was referred to as a he. Yet another thing this case retcons. Not sure if that was fixed for this remake.
I can't remember, honestly.
Yeah, I don't remember. I really don't remember. We have to go back into the VODs, the deep dark VODs.
Yeah, I know.
Did you say this one, Derek?
No, I haven't yet.
Okay.
The prosecution is...
We'll take that as ready. Huh? I'm afraid you'll have to clarify.
It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time.
But that's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared. Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. Wow, this is one messed up trial. Yeah, seriously.
Jordan Robertson has throat inflammation. That sucks.
Oh no.
Except the judge's voice is canon. And then squinty-eyed Asians here.
Yay.
One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today, I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself.
Luma says it's possible if there are twins. That's how I'm thinking. There's twins going on. Twinning. Now that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things. Even though he doesn't know what's going on himself. And that's supposed to be an admirable trait.
Fake it till you make
Very
it right.
well, let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand.
For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department.
Sorry, I just saw twin detectives that are both policemen and have the same ID number. Yeah, I know. It's probably not right. Plus, there's only one body, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer?
Oh my god. Hey, Raptor.
Oh boy. Things are getting wild from the get-go. I'm scared. Oh, here we go.
He looks so out of place
I
compared to
know.
everybody else.
His drawing style seems a little different for some reason.
Will the witness please state his name and occupation? Yes, sir. I'm Officer Mike Meekin, sir.
Yes.
My occupation is, that would be murderer, sir.
Wow. That's, so you're telling us you're a professional killer?
Sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it.
This is unusual. Who's got you doing this, mister?
Oh my gosh. I'll never,
Oh no!
I'll never kill anyone again, sir. You've got to believe me, sir.
That darn thing. What's that thing called?
Megaphone.
Like, yeah. Actually, we'd like to hear from you.
Sir, I'm what you would call part of the younger generation, sir. I'm a millennial.
No,
A person whose
that's
actions
a
adults
Zoomer
can't
now.
Oh, yeah. Well, this was 2010, so still millennial.
That's true.
Or somewhere around there. A person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend.
Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me, sir.
The sirs. Officer Meekins. Yes, sir. Give us your report of the crime. Consider that an order. Yes, sir. As you wish.
I almost did that in the judge voice.
After all, I'm part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir. What
Oh
the
my
hell?
gosh. You can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm. Here we go.
Kind report, sir. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir.
Murder.
I was suddenly attacked. Exactly. I fought for my life. Then I did it.
I don't think he did it.
After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy. I'm gonna get me. I don't normally have to voice act too much, but I feel like that's gonna happen. Also, Jesus the Dio, thank you very much for the follow.
Thank you so much. So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you. Oh man.
Do unto others and before they do unto you. That's the Meekins family motto, sir.
I see. Then you fainted. A colleague helped you regain consciousness.
Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head, sir.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. What I need here is more info to work with. Alright, time to press. Alright.
Oh, we're glad you're here too, Jesus.
Yay!
Or Jesus.
Thank you so much for stopping by. All of you really means the world to me. Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not?
Yes, sir. I am in charge of the hiring new recruits, sir.
Yikes. Now there's a scary thought. Now there's a scary thought.
Evidence transferal was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed.
Like murder.
Yeah. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir.
The Blue Badger!
Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot created by the Chief of Detectives, sir. Oh my god. I was doing sure it wasn't broken during the transferal process. Good job of that.
Yeah. Hey, it's moving.
That was my sole mission for the day, sir.
Wait, but it's broken on the...
Exactly. Good job at that.
I guess it's
okay,
repaired.
it is
too.
Jesus, but you can see whatever. Glad to be here. Just got my second vaccine shot. So sweet.
Yay, I hope you feel okay. I see. Sounds like a very, important mission.
Don't patronize me, sir. After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around.
50 bits from Raptor, thank you so
Aww.
much. Is it too late to burn the Badger centers? No, it's not. Although it might be held in police evidence at some point soon.
True.
Since we got that little picture of it, I think it might be involved somehow.
That I relocated to the Blue Badger evidence. That I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room.
Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room.
Tell us, what did you see when you got there?
Okay. In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct?
Precisely, sir. I have one right here, right on my neck.
So then your ID number should be listed on here, right?
There it is. I
Oh my
found
gosh!
it. This is the one right here.
Could you please read us the number?
Yes, sir. It's 4989596. That's my number, sir.
I see. Huh? But the number 4989596
It's shown. Oh, there it is.
is shown as being used twice. Another twin.
Exactly. Please explain, witness. It's no real mystery, sir. The first time was when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room, and the second time was when I went to go get him after everything settled down.
I see. So it was during that second time when...
Yes, sir. That was when I spotted the man on the security screen.
All right. IDs of all who entered. Wait, I thought we already had that in there.
No, you didn't have Meekin's number.
Oh, okay.
So that's new.
All right. So you were attacked.
Between Meekin's, oh no.
Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you?
It was a knife, sir. A knife.
Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you. What happened then?
Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was.
You aren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into.
That's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him. That's how I got this gash in my hand.
Maybe you just kept your cool. Your hand wouldn't be...
When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked.
Oh my gosh. Loyal Dingo, thank
Holy
you
cow.
so much. 500 bits. You're a good attorney. I hope so. Hopefully
We'll
we'll be able
see.
to solve this one. I hear this one's a doozy. It's a long one.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Excited you're here. I know that you pop in on Derek's streams every now and then, so thanks for coming here too.
Absolutely.
You okay, Derek?
I'm sorry, this voice makes me yawn for some reason. I don't know why.
Derek's yawned like 10 times in the last 2 minutes.
It's something about the way I do this voice. I grabbed the man by his collar.
Oh good, we didn't have to hear the siren.
That is one good point.
What exactly do you mean when you say you did it?
I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into kung fu, sir. But I'm really into kung fu films, sir. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him.
You took his knife?
I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man.
I see. He must have been desperate.
Oh my gosh, Meekins is the guy from
Kung Pao?
Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
I've never seen
We
it.
purposely trained him badly as a joke.
Oh my gosh. I gotta see that movie.
You really do. I think you'd love it.
Okay.
The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood, and then the next thing I knew,
Yes?
He punched me right in my face, sir. What a dick!
Hey! But if he punched... Wait, no one's... I'm confused. Where's the killing happening?
That's the point.
Like, he apparently did it, but after he was punched out?
I don't know.
Because he said he performed a disarming maneuver. Okay.
True.
Alright, let's see how this goes. About what time did you regain consciousness?
No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious.
Oh, right. Well, he could, like, if he happened to see a clock or something.
True. According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30.
Is this...
What?
Is this good? Hold on. A mod thing happened. Alright, sorry about that.
Oh.
You did this one?
Yes. He hit me right in the head, too. I woke up crying tears of pain.
Aw. That's nice. I mean, it's nice that you recovered, that is.
It's like, oh, I wish this guy getting hit. When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir.
Your mission?
Yes, sir. The Blue Badger, sir.
Oh, right.
I returned him to the entrance before things got out of hand.
That is true. It was there. Well, we can all rest easy now. I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened.
Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim?
He's got a point. Yes, Officer Meekins?
With regard to that, sir. Take a look at this! It was sent to my jail cell.
Suspicious.
Chief Gant delivered it to me just this morning, sir. The chief?
Something's fishy about this. Delivered it? What is that? Videotape? I remember those back in the day.
I know, we still use VHS. Yes, sir. That's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. It contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room.
Oh.
What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape.
So did we.
And was told that it had been mistakenly erased.
Ooh, fishy business. That's quite a mistake.
I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at.
Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever. Well then, let's have a look.
Oh boy.
Show us the video of you murdering the victim.
Oh, please stop using that word, murder, sir. It scares me.
A video of a real murder? Just what are we getting ourselves into? I doubt it shows anything.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that is terrifying. I'm scared. I'm nervous. Wait, why is it going back and forth? Oh gosh. Oh, I don't like this. This is creepy, actually. I don't like it.
3D model used there too.
Oh. I saw a glove thing.
Yeah, paper fell out.
I think it was the glove. He's looking.
Has a bit of a watch on his hand.
Oh my
too.
gosh, this is.
Oh
my gosh! Why does he look like that?
That's what he looks like in 3D.
He looked like he literally was going to kill him. Like he was
know.
walking. Oh my gosh!
Oh, that's where he got slashed. And there's the disarming. Oh! Oh no!
Oh my gosh, this is scary. I didn't think this would be so traumatic. Oh my gosh. And then he's punched out. I thought he was gonna get stabbed with all that going on.
Man.
How did the other guy get around the camera?
I guess he knew how to dodge.
No, there's gotta be like a back exit or something. Or a secret. Oh my gosh. Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us?
What the hell was that wriggling piece of plywood? Sir, that is the pride and joy of the entire criminal affairs department, sir. It's the Blue Badger, sir. I love it.
Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly?
I love how
Edgeworth
is just like, what the hell is going on? What is my life?
He's like, what is that? There's the line.
Oh
and Cobra
my
said,
God.
there's the line. Oh boy, we get to have the VHS tape to our collection.
Oh, goody.
Yes, well, anyway, this tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter someone in the evidence room and some sort of activity did take place.
Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice. Is that all right with you, Officer Meekins?
Armor said that felt like a horror game.
Yeah.
I know! It was scary and unsettling.
Oh my god. Yes, sir. As you wish, sir.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
Mystery Man. Wait, this is different.
Yeah.
The other one was called something else.
It was. They always have a different thing.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
His face can't be clearly seen in the video, but there's no questioning that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir.
But there was a glove. What if the glove has some kind of weird fingerprint technology where you can have a copied fingerprint on it? Is that a thing?
I mean,
Is that
spy
able-
movies.
Five Nights at Meekins? Oh gosh, that would be terrifying, actually.
So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it.
That glove, it's gotta be something to do with the glove.
Well, good night, Cat Evie.
Good night. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. What's this about a fingerprint?
Each detective has been given a locker equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to.
Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have been Detective Goodman. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. I don't know where this cross-examination will lead, but everything begins with contradictions. We just watched that playthrough. That's where I have to start. All right, Mystery Man.
Hey, Adamant, how's it going?
Hello, thanks for stopping by. Everyone say hello. All right, time to press. Tell me, were you able to get a good look at him? At the face of the man who attacked you with a knife?
Sir, if you must label people as having seen or not seen the man's face, I believe I would be classified as the latter.
The latter? But you were standing right in front of him, weren't you not? More to the point, you are the person who fought him, aren't you?
Oh, yes, sir, but I didn't get a clear look at his face, sir. I'm not the kind of guy who looks directly at people when talking with them, you see.
Yeah, that's a good trait for a police officer.
Still, I'm sure it was him. I bet my badge on it.
Well, give me your badge.
Yeah.
But you don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face.
Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as having seen or not seen it.
What the? Since his face can't be identified in the video, only you can verify it.
Why is everyone looking at me?
Because we're waiting for your answer.
If I had to label your stares as disturbing or... Meekins!
Whoa!
Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify.
Harmer says, I feel like there's a fake here Detective Goodman worn that glove before, but the faker turned the glove inside out so the fingerprints would be on the outside instead of the inside and use it to get in his locker. Is that... See, that's what I'm wondering if they can do.
I don't think so.
I'm not sure. That would be something, though.
Yes, sir. You claimed the man who brandished the knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you are positive it was him.
About these lockers, is there no other way to open them? Like, what if it was open already? Did we see that in the video? Was it already opened?
I don't think it was. No, sir. I myself tried all kinds of methods in the past.
Why are you trying to get through people's lockers?
They only respond to registered fingerprints, sir.
Ooh, maybe there's another registered fingerprint to it. What is that? Sorry, the baby monitor just made some weird alarm sound. Hold on. Derek's gonna be right back. I wonder what kind of methods he's tried. If the man opened the locker's lock, which only responds to its registered fingerprints, then he must be the person the locker was assigned to. I'm not not sure how to do Derek's voice, but exactly my point, sir. And this too.
That's pretty close.
I did my
I
best.
think it's fine, but I don't know what that noise was.
Yeah, that was scary. I thought there was like a...
I thought it was his thing.
Oh, you thought it was his
Megaphone.
beeper thingy? Yeah, that. I thought it was like a tornado alarm that, you know how they come on on your phone.
Also, you just got followed by Fox McCloud.
Ooh, Fox McCloud. I love Star Fox.
Hi.
How do you know that information?
I've heard rumors, sir, from people in the know, sir.
People in the know?
They're workers in the department cafeteria, sir. They keep me informed. They also listen to my romantic troubles, sir.
The cafeteria people know? What the?
For the record, the opened locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. I verified this information through a more reliable source.
So the victim opened the locker with his own fingerprint. Do a barrel roll. Use bombs wisely. Exactly.
Fizzy says you do the voice well.
Nick Cobra said, wait, Neekins has a love life? Or maybe a lack of love life, so he has to talk to someone about all his troubles.
I mean, Meekins is a catch. Obviously.
Yeah, that's true.
You just let him go every time.
Aww. I'm sure someone likes his quirkiness. However, the most important detail is not shown in this video, the man's face.
Sir, if I may say something, sir.
Please do. After all, you are the one being examined.
I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. And it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify enough to this, sir.
Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie.
That is, unless the defense can find a problem with it.
Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again. Is there a problem with the security video? Yeah, there's gotta be a problem, otherwise there'd be no problem. Regarding the video contained on this tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange. Strange? This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may have not been Detective Goodman. What? This video contains such a contradiction?
Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth.
I propose we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video.
He would want me to point it out? Oh, he would want me to point it out. Very well. Proposal accepted. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of. You know what that means. Savory.
Nope, Raptor just redeemed to tell a corny joke.
Ooh, joke time. This is a good time for jokes. But right before we potentially mess up. All right.
Boy.
Don't look at the answer, Derek. Don't look over here.
All right.
All right. You can probably guess this one. Hold on. Where was I? Oh, yeah. We did the waste of time, right? And then it was
yes.
like... Okay. I think this is a new one. Why did the lumberjack chop down the wrong tree?
Why?
It was an accident.
Oh, God.
Oh, so good. All right, let me put that off the checklist. Complete. And one extra for all of you wonderful viewers out there. Why did the chicken go to the gym? It needed more exercise.
Oh, God.
All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get this right. First try. I have to point out a problem in the video. This is the first time I've ever had to do that. You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing.
Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video.
Just close your eyes. How did this guy ever become a police officer? Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where's the contradiction that indicates the man may... Okay.
Super Paper Pokemon says, why did the uncle throw the clock out the window? Don't have the punchline yet.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, so it is closed
it's
already.
Closed. Watch the time, too. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get dizzy. I'm already getting motion sickness looking at the finger and then the thing swinging back and forth. Okay, the hand.
I don't think he's wearing a glove.
Wait, something's going on here. Did you see that?
The glove fell out.
The glove fell out, but the flag on that Oh, that's the creepiest part.
Mm-hmm.
His flag like stuttered, and it's not stuttering anymore.
No,
okay.
Don't pay attention to that. Flag's right in the way. Oh, see the blood on his shoulder.
Whose shoulder?
Go rewind. Why?
Oh gosh, isn't gonna make me sick. Oh.
Push B to pause. There.
Where? Oh.
Right. Play it.
Okay.
Pause. See, there's blood on his shoulder now from the cut.
What cut?
From
I know,
cutting Meekin's hand. So right there.
So what about it? Because it's too early?
Just noting the blood on his shoulder.
Here, you have to do this. I'm getting sick.
Okay.
I have really bad motion sickness, you guys. I can't believe this is doing it to me. But because the camera's going back and forth and I have to like watch the finger move around, it's really making me not feel good. So Derek, I'm sorry, but you gotta figure this one out.
So there's two things.
Wait, that thing's open too. The locker's open. It was closed a second ago.
No, well, it was closed when they first came in.
See, oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I see.
So
I guess the glove does.
Do we want to?
Does he have blood on him at this part? When does the blood appear?
After stabbing Meekins.
Okay. So there's no blood there.
So that's the question. What do you want to present? The blood on his shoulder or the glove falling out?
I have no idea. I don't see how the glove is a contradiction. Why is that a contradiction?
I guess because no fingerprints anywhere, or I forget exactly why. Let me take a look at the court record and see.
The music gets really grating in this video, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's driving me a little bit insane. It's kind of like a sad ice cream truck. Not sad, but like not peppy.
That has to be Goodman's coat.
Oh, right, because it's got the blood right there on that area.
Mm-hmm.
But why is that a contradiction?
Oh, that's the rubber glove.
That's the glove that fell out. What's the locker thing say? Oh, okay. Can you tell if the light's on?
Indicator lamp lights up when it's open, so it is.
It is lit.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna go with the glove.
The glove, not the blood.
I could go with the blood.
Well, I mean, I just don't know why the glove. What's it contradicting? Is there any time mistake? Was there any time? Like, did the times?
No.
Like someone had sliced it? Does it look like that?
The time's all good.
Okay. Creeper ice cream truck music. What do you mean? This is God tier music. The new Five Nights at Freddy's game looks different. Is this what Sweet Tooth uses as his trucks? What is Sweet Tooth?
He's a clown from Twisted Metal.
Oh, so definitely something that would make me scared.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with the glove for now. You saved.
I did save. I just don't see how the glove contradicts anything.
You want to do the blood?
I don't know how that does either. Is there anything else?
Not that I've noticed.
Go back, rewind just a little bit. Is he broken? Is this creepy doll thing broken?
Oh yeah, he's already broken. He has the handprint.
Oh yeah, there's the broken thing. We're the Resident Evil 8 mods that replace everything with the blue badger.
Oh god, that'd be terrifying.
Belle, will you be able to sleep after seeing this? I probably will have a nightmare about that thing, honestly. And about Meekins walking in like that. That was terrifying. The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. This doesn't sound... yes, that is strange. Something certainly seems unnatural about that. I think it's wrong. What could it mean?
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Wright, but you seem to have forgotten the point of this exercise.
Yeah, I don't think it's right. The point?
No, that's not right. What you are looking for is one thing and one thing only. Something that indicates the man may not be Detective Goodman.
Oh, yeah. Phew! I almost walked right into the defense's trap!
I'll place them under arrest, sir.
Rats. I need to slow down and tackle these things one piece at a time. Now, what do I do? Wait, you can go back to the cross-examination. How is that helpful?
I don't know yet.
Someone gets hurt. Says the one pointing his finger at us. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of.
It is the gun.
I have to point out a problem in the video. Alright, hold down B, right?
Yeah.
Because they've already said all this. Okay. At least we don't get like a whatever. A penalty. Oh my gosh.
Let's go there. Wait!
What?
The light's already on. That's the contradiction.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Show it. Good one. Because I was getting sick looking at that again. The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Officer Meekins.
Oh, here you go. Sir, do you mean me, sir?
Is there any other Meekins in here? As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. When you grab a handle, when you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprint. If it's a match, the light turns on and the lock is released. Is that Meekins? Look at that. It's a salute. Who is that?
No, that's Gumshoe's locker.
The one in the front here?
Yeah,
okay, gotcha.
It's open now.
The light turns...
And the picture is a flash forward to a character you'll meet in...
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Later games.
The light... Oh, that's the thing you saw earlier.
Yeah, that's the Easter egg.
Okay. The light turns on and the lock is released.
According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir.
These two are not going to like Game 4.
Oh, I've played Game 4.
We're not?
I played Game 4.
Right.
It has...
Is it difficult?
No, it's not difficult. It just has issues with the storytelling by the end, where you question a lot of the motives, like why things happen the way they are. It just seems.
Oh, okay. That's the one after this? Or...
No, this is Game 1. That's Game 4.
Oh, gotcha. If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. Look at this photograph. Stop doing this camera thing, please. Oh, my head. Wait, we have to watch this whole thing? Okay, I'm just gonna look at the chat. Game 4 took risks and I respect for it. It just doesn't pay off. Oh no, that's sad.
It has some fun trials, but the culmination makes certain characters look just awful.
When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker, let's rewind to a little earlier. Oh, come on.
They really are taking their time.
Oh, Smash Matt, hello! It just has a long video as evidence. Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you have to go through it to like find stuff, perhaps?
I think so.
Or...
I don't remember having too much trouble, but it just
Here, notice the light? What's this? It's already lit! Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle. I thought that was a chicken sound for a second.
I think it was.
Order! What's the meaning of this? It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime.
But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system.
Must have been down then.
When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered, and the locker is automatically locked.
It must not have been shut then. The glove! The glove kept it open. Oh, I know! It must have broken down! Of course! I'm not an expert at this.
That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction.
Oh, well, it just goes to show novices should keep their mouths shut. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation? Wait, that means all of our witnesses should have kept their mouths shut.
Yeah,
exactly. They're all novices. Me, Your Honor? Yes, why wasn't the locker locked? What? Me, Your Honor? Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator? Huh? Oh, maybe something like jam the system sensor? Something jammed the sensor. Say, there's something else that seems out of place in this video.
Gee, I wonder what it would be.
Yeah, I thought so too. There's got to be another clue somewhere in this footage. Very well, let's inspect the video once more.
It's torturing me tonight.
The locker wasn't locked, Mr. Wright. Please point out the cause for this and hand the controller to Derek.
I still need to play 5 and 6. I've not played those.
Smash Matt said, I think something clicked for me. Nick Cobra says, I think I like 3 the best, followed by 5, then Investigations 2. Gotta go step by step. Exactly, Brian.
There you go.
Okay, thank you. Please, watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier. Oh, come on! Why is this thing keep coming on?
It's out to torture you.
Oh, man.
They put in 3D graphics in this, and by God, they're going to make you enjoy.
All right, I got a
enjoy it.
joke I could prepare.
My God.
For Luma.
Well, you gotta
is
do
it
the
time?
joke anyway. It's all right. Gotta do the joke.
I can do the
anyway.
joke whenever. Are we done with the video part, do you think?
I don't know, but probably could say something.
Okay. You want me to do it then? All right.
Go ahead and do the joke, yeah.
Here's your joke, Luma. Why did the rabbit go to the salon? She
its
was
hair
having
done?
a bad hair day.
Oh. Anything with rabbits and barbershops.
Rabbit's hair,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
All right. What's this? Oh, what's this? Something white fell out of the locker.
But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are opened. I often fall out and roll great distances when I open my...
Oh my gosh. We can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with. What do you mean? The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door? Inserted? Can you define that for me? Use it in another
Oh
sentence.
my gosh.
Meekins is truly one of a kind.
Oh, it seems it.
Oh, 6 is definitely my favorite of the second trilogy. Awesome. Looks like there's some good things coming up.
I mean, we got there's a lot of Ace Attorney games out there.
Wow.
There's the 6 main games, the 2 for the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, which is coming out this summer, and then the Ace Attorney Investigations games, which we never got the second one, only the first one.
This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor.
Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing, my tie chokes me.
But the object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door.
Not only that, it would also have to block electrical currents.
I think gloves can do that, though, because you can't use your touchscreen when you have regular gloves on, at least. You have to have the special touchscreen-enabled gloves to do that.
It would need to be an insulator.
Yes, an insulator, but at the crime scene, there just might have been something that fits the description, like a glove. Get it? Fits like a glove?
Yes, I get it.
I think I finally got this figured out. Very well. Will the defense please present the relevant evidence? What was this insulator that was stuck in the locker door? Oh, I should have gone the other way. Oh, well.
Oh, well.
Yep.
Yep.
It's way over here. All right. I don't need to save, I don't think.
Nah, you're good.
Ding, ding, ding.
It seems pretty obvious.
I found this near the locker, a thin rubber glove. But we can't be sure that was the victim's locker. It has a tag that says SL9 incident. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker, but that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins?
Sir! You would prefer, sir, sir.
That sound, that chicken sound.
I've heard good things about the fan translation.
Order!
Investigations, too.
So are we to believe then that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman?
Do not be misled, Your Honor.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility, and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this.
How does he so high and mighty about this? What?
Because he always is. Officer Meekins, please testify about this. Sir! Me, sir?
Oh my gosh, wasn't paying attention.
I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir.
His hand must not hurt very much. He keeps slamming
I
it.
know, right?
Is this a joke? Very well, begin your testimony. Number 3. Mystery Man number 2.
There's one other thing that was proves that the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card.
Which could be stolen or given to someone else.
When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card.
Dang it, Meekins. Instead of dang it, Bobby.
Yeah.
An ID card record, I see.
I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor.
Yeah, it's got Goodman's number, we know.
The ID used at 514 is that of the victim.
Just before the crime, Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why were there so few people using this room?
This particular evidence room was only used for storing certain special cases.
Special cases?
Extremely violent cases involving police staff.
Just hearing that makes my hair stand on edge. Farmer says, but what about the bunch of sevens? Yeah, I know. Hopefully we'll figure out who that is.
Curious.
Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference.
There were only a few cases up for transferal there, and most were cleared up by noon.
Right, I see. Now let us move on to the cross-examination. Alright, time for pressing.
Fizzy's like, but didn't we find the ID card in the prosecutor's parking garage, or am I remembering wrong? It has been a few weeks.
Yeah. I feel like it wasn't with Goodman.
I think it might have been.
Because that was the second body, right? Or, wait, hold on. Because she had the bloody coat on.
Prosecutor's office was the second place.
Yeah, it's gonna be confusing, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, here we go. So, unlike your earlier testimony, you believe this to be rock solid, do you?
Yes, sir. Solid as stone, sir. If my hand wasn't wrapped in bandages, I'd even give the V for victory sign, sir.
I mean, you can do that with your other hand. Couldn't he just use his right hand for that?
I love how they basically said what you say after you
Let's
say
hear him out fully. As we've seen, one never knows what he might say until the very last second. My gosh. Is that a clue? Like it's gonna be the last thing?
I have no idea.
Is that card hanging from your neck one of these ID cards?
Yes, sir. This card's right next to my cuffs, sir. I keep it here so I won't ever forget it.
The way he was looking off is like all reminiscent, like, so I won't ever forget it. But what if someone were to steal it from you, keeping it out in the open like that?
Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck. Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck when I get out of my car? Well, the remaining time it's my ID card that gets stuck.
Yeah, you should probably tuck that thing in. Maybe I should just leave this one alone.
At any rate, each police officer only has only one ID card. Both the police department and the prosecutor's office can attest to this.
And if they lose it, then what?
They have to apply for another one.
Please proceed with your testimony. But just because you have one doesn't mean it wasn't given or stolen, you know?
Yeah.
Let it be noted that this is the record the witness referred to. Let me see. Yes, that would be it. Detective Goodman? What's the matter? According to this, Mr. Edgeworth, your name is on here. Do tell.
So it is, Your Honor.
Not that prosecutor. Oh, maybe he's behind all this. Being a prosecutor, he could hide the evidence. Mommy, is that man in blue a murderer? Shh, don't stare at him. You've got the wrong color, kid. It would seem the inquiry committee will want to speak with you again today. Tut, tut, tut.
Yeah, exactly. I have nothing to be ashamed of regarding my actions or their consequences. For now, let us continue with the cross-examination.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. It must be so difficult for him. That kid. Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show his ID card, he pulled a knife on you.
Yes, sir. He didn't show me any ID card, sir.
Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife.
Maybe he's just panicked?
Everything stems from contradictions. Let's point them out. Mr. Wright, what do you think? I'm confused. What? The problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. It's not like Edgeworth to miss something like this. You're thinking too hard about it. Come on, let's show them what we got. That just means we have to start over.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's see. To enter the evidence room, ID card. First of all, let me do a quick save-a-roo. And then I'm going to go into our items, which I think are, okay. What does it say here? Found?
At the prosecutor's office.
Okay. So that's the Lana, right?
Yes, and it was done at the same time. So maybe I've presented this one. So
wait, actually present the card?
Yeah, I think we're gonna want to present the card, or just gotta find the right place.
Okay, it's not that one. When an ID card is used, there's a record. Oh, oops.
Oh.
Yeah,
you just got it.
Okay, luckily I can hold down B for this. I feel like showing the ID card at this point isn't really a contradiction.
No,
other than
I think the fourth one is your best bet.
Other than it's just found somewhere else. Like he wouldn't have had it. Like this one?
Yeah.
Because it was found somewhere else, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
It's the exact same time, so.
I'm not sure about this one. I'm not 100% confident on this, but we can try it out.
Take a look at the other stuff.
Okay, I guess we'll see what else is here. We got the video, which I don't want to go back into. The bloody handprint, I don't think we need that right now. The jar, not, I don't think so. The locker, we already did that. I guess we'll just go with the card for now. Half-written document. Let's see. This might have something, but I don't know if it's right now. Nick Cobra says, during my first run, I was afraid of looping around too many times. I thought I had a limited amount of loops until I stopped the cross-examination. I actually thought the same thing.
I remember having those panic moments.
I honestly did until just now. I thought I would have that.
The first time I played, I thought I had limited amounts of pressing I could do.
Oh, I did too, actually, the first case. The other thing that I thought is that I could only press one sentence once. Like if I forgot what they said, I wouldn't be able to press it again, but that's not true either. I mean, I'm not sure. The only thing I can think of is that this was found at the crime scene, or at the prosecutor office, I mean. And then...
yeah, I'd say the fourth one with the ID.
That's the only thing we've kind of gone on. Hopefully it's right.
Oh, it went silence. That's a good sign.
Wait one moment, Officer Meekins.
I'm not good at waiting, sir.
I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene. That makes sense. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card. Lost item report? It's only half completed. But it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. His ID card. Something important enough to fill out this report.
Let me guess. You believe this something to be his ID card, right?
That is my name. I can't say for sure, but there's a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. Order, order! So now, what does this all mean? It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card.
Shocking gasp. But how'd they set it up?
Order!
Glove. Who set up the glove?
I know, that's what I mean. Like, I think they wanted to kill Goodman. They had to get something out of the locker. Maybe, I wonder if they stole. We have to look at the record again. Like, did Goodman go in twice? Or was that just Meekins that went in twice?
Only Meekins went in twice.
So, it was, because it was already open when he went in there. So somebody, maybe 777, whatever, went in there with the stolen ID card, opened it up. Wait, it has to open with a fingerprint. Oh my gosh. Okay,
Yeah,
hold
I
on.
know. I'll have to find out.
Ugh. I feel like there's a trail that we can pick up here, though.
I have only one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright.
Well, thank you. Bravo.
Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card.
Maybe someone was in there when Goodman was in there and they like quickly shoved the glove in there.
Well, you'll see what Edgeworth is getting at.
Oh, okay.
Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright?
Yes. What's he up to?
That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also a fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder.
That is... Well, I guess that's right.
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago, you seemed content to be pointing your finger around.
This isn't going to end well. Oh, no.
Well, it seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove.
Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm confused.
The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means a murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime. So the real crime can only take place at one location, the underground parking lot.
It wasn't a
At
twin.
the prosecutor's
There's no
office.
twins, just an actor.
The murderer being Miss Lana Skye, the defendant.
Okay, that's not right.
So you basically just helped not confuse everybody. It's like, oh, it must have been Lana.
Oh, great.
The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness.
Not really.
Observe the moment the defendant used the murder weapon.
Ah!
Well, crap.
Well, darn. I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning. How dare he? The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Yeah, like, where did they go? Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman.
Just so, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something, or else Lana... Oh, things are getting serious. What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? Save! Hee-hee. Save-a-roo. Okay. Oh, obviously object.
Yeah.
Wow, that wasn't a hard decision at all. One moment, Your Honor.
What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven.
Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap.
What are you talking about?
This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. This video.
All the time.
Because where did the person go? Who knows? Because you never see them leave. They just disappear somehow. When they obviously should have walked in front of the camera to get out. TikTok. However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. The blood. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter. Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes, Your Honor.
If this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident.
This just might be my chance. time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand. Mr. Wright.
From Australia.
Do you mean? Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness. Oh, whom do you have in mind? Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room.
The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply.
Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would have testify, what is his or her name? What? There's no other option.
No, there isn't.
Officer Jake Marshall.
Why him?
I can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say.
The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony.
Yay!
Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare.
Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. I think that's how you say that.
Mm-hmm.
Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time?
We will, Your Honor.
Court is now in recess. Go play. Oh man, she's so serious.
Mm-hmm.
There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright? Huh? What do you mean? You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you figured everything out. I haven't figured out anything out. Lana, you're the one who knows everything. Emma, you always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection. How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me? Oh gosh, I was ready for Marshall. I wasn't ready for him. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run all around while on duty. And to top it off, you call me here? I've seen happier people at funerals. Smash Mouth says Phoenix Wright's motto when it comes to his defense tactics is fake it till you make it and flying by the seat of his pants. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Sorry, detective. You better be, pal. Hey! I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky. That's okay. So, have you brought what I asked? Oh! You mean this, right?
Oh my God, you're going insane.
My apologies, Detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request. My name? Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy. The SL9 incident? But Lana, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them. I can't believe you, the chief prosecutor, were a witness in that case. Miss Sky was a witness? SL9 incident files received.
Joe Dark killings.
Joe Dark. Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with serial murders. Oh, what? Now that I brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me? Emma, but why is your name in here? What? My name's in there? I don't know, unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana, this SL9 incident, is that... That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark killings. The Joe Dark? No, Lana. That's over with. No! Emma, wait. She ran away. You know what? I just remembered I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here.
This is too awkward. I'm out.
Jake Marshall, Angel Starr, Damon Gant, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't just be a coincidence. Knowing you, you'll just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. I'd better take a good look at this file. Why isn't anyone just telling him what's going on? Why all this weird secrecy? Like, if she's giving him this stuff, she obviously knows something that would help us out.
Yeah, but nobody believe her, so...
But she could tell us, though, so that we know how to make some connections, you know?
I don't know.
All right. Gumshoe, well, time to hit the dusty trail.
Yeah, exactly.
Sidesteps out of the frame in an awkward manner. Yeah, that's perfect. Of course we're going to save a reel. This one? Here you go.
Thank you.
Oh, I think I just did this. Whatever. You can never be too safe.
Exactly.
Haha. Save. February 24th, courtroom number 9. Are we always in courtroom number 9, by the way?
Yes.
The court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. Emma didn't come back.
Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime.
Here, oh, okay. Now
I get to take a break and you get to do him. Sweet.
Oh my gosh.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
That's the Beatles courtroom. Homecoming hero, hello. All right, let's see. I gotta get back in the... Me, partner? Oh, I'm just a man, same as you, wandering the trails of civilization.
Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed. Yes, we get it.
Oh, I know. You're a patrolman. As for my name, if you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling wind calling it out.
To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor.
Howling wind? I've never heard Edgeworth described that way before.
Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day the crime took place. Is this correct?
According to the papers, partner. What do you mean? A desperado's soul is as boundless as the desert sands. No paper can sum it up.
Oh my god.
Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly. Please share with us your testimony of the day of the crime. In plain old English.
Yes.
Not Australian.
Or Japanese. Oh, goodness.
Then Cobra said, or actually, hold on, I saw somebody in here about that. Oh, it was Tox. Officer Marshall, I'm starting to think that's not coffee or juice in the flask. Alright, day of the crime. My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone orchard. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember right, I was a street-side saloon at the time it went down. I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail. Well, that's quite the testimony.
Went to the pub. Jeez.
I can't say I particularly care for your attitude. I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining.
Oh my god. Why do you think he's constantly shaving? He hates facial hair. He's gonna take a knife to the judge.
That's perfect. Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems? I mean the security cameras and the ID card reader. I reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those. Yes, well, what about the fingerprint activated locks on the evidence lockers?
Oh my god.
Fingerprint activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those? He's not being very helpful.
He's not that good with machines, or with following orders.
Everyone's got their weaknesses now, don't they, Mr. Prosecutor?
Oh my god.
This one seems like trouble.
No kidding.
Okay, Mr. Wright, he's all yours.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's great. I like him. My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone. Oh wait, this is... Okay, we're pressing now.
Yeah, we did all that.
It's high noon. Marshall has some sass. He's not good with machines, so he's not Donatello.
Oh.
The turtles, right?
Yeah,
Ninja Turtles. How exactly did you keep an eye on the evidence room? I just made sure nothing moved in the security camera monitor. That room's so still. Even time dies in there. I was just a caretaker who interred the recordings. You interred them? Videos of nothing aren't that useful. When the time would come, I'd erase the tape.
If nothing unusual is recorded, tapes are to be erased every 6 hours.
Each time I'd erase a tape, it felt like I was erasing a part of my life. This guy has a flair for the dramatic, but it isn't going to do him any good. So, in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room? But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right? Ain't you heard a word I said, partner? I told you that that ain't my style. I'm afraid I don't understand. No desperado I know lets rules get in his way.
My God.
No desperados I know join the police force.
I'm worried about these police officers.
Officer Marshall, on the day of the crime! Just between you and me, I didn't set foot in the evidence room that day. There was a rubber glove stuck in the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that? Sorry, partner, I can't say I do. I haven't been in that crypt in weeks. How does this guy avoid being fired?
It's sad. It's a sad day when Gumshoe seems to be the most competent of these police officers.
The Australian Western and sometimes Japanese cowboy be packing some sass.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. You used to be a detective, so you've used the evidence room in the past, correct? Of course, back in the day my locker was a gold mine of evidence. And yet you don't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism? Sorry, partner, I ain't good with machines. I couldn't even tell you how a bike works. Wow. That's quite incredible.
The sensors on the locker handles cannot be seen. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence.
Really? Now that he mentions it, Detective Gumshoe said something like that too. At any rate, it doesn't seem that this is relevant to the crime. Can you tell us what you were doing when the crime took place?
Everybody's saying I threw Gumshoe under the bus.
You did?
By saying it, like when it seems like Gumshoe's the best officer.
The most competent. What were you doing in a place like that? I was eating spaghetti.
Spaghetti Western?
What's that?
Oh, you've never heard that?
No.
It's Westerns directed by Italians.
Oh,
so,
I have never heard that.
Yeah, Ennio Morricone. It's like a lot of the Clint Eastwood movies.
Nope, never heard that at all. Not even Angel's steak lunches can beat that parlor's Vongole sepia pasta. I hope I said that right.
Vongole sepia? I don't know. Whatever.
Vongole sepia! Do you mean to tell us you abandoned your police duties to eat some noodles? Not all desperados eat tacos, partner. That's not what I meant. I hope this has at least taught you a lesson. That's strange. This is usually where Edgeworth says, Did you not want to raise this year? Wait, when would he say that?
When he threatens...
I don't remember that part. Oh,
that's what he always did to threaten Gumshoe.
Oh. Out of ammo, Officer Marshall. That's right, partner. Or as you'd call it, evidence. If you plan to pin me to this crime, then you'd better draw. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. My steel horse is waiting to carry me back west to the sunset. One thing seems clear. Despite being responsible for guarding the evidence room, the witness doesn't appear to have seen anything. Texans don't take orders from anyone. Everyone knows that. Because I'm not a Texan. Apparently your superiors don't. Okay, I have a trump card up my sleeve, so I best keep my cool. Before I use it, though, I'd better up the ante and save a rue.
Oh my God. So, Smash Match says, spaghetti westerns are known for being much more violent compared to what sanitized Western Hollywood usually made back in the day. And, yeah, they're also made in Italy or made by Italian directors like Sergio Leone.
I had no idea.
Alright, let's take a look at what we got here. So
yeah, I've been looking, but...
Well, let's look at the evidence that we got.
Oh, the evidence?
We have so much.
Yeah, we do, but I really don't know. Oh, we haven't looked at this yet.
Out, yeah.
Alright, close. Perpetrator Joe Dark. Crime serial murderer. Sentence death. Oh, right. I forgot they did that. Victims. I guess these are the ones that were killed.
Edward Jones.
Marshall! Marshall's brother! Or family member, potentially.
Yeah, probably brother.
Maybe not brother. Edward Jones. Miles was the head prosecutor. And Lana and Emma were the witnesses. Only two. Okay. Damon Gant, that's the Zeus guy? Is that right? Okay.
Yes.
And Lana. Wait, Lana was an investigator and a
Well, she was still,
witness?
Yeah. She
Okay.
Was, yeah.
Head investigator Bruce Goodman. And investigator Jake Marshall and Angel Starr. Yeah, there's a lot of people
A
here.
lot of people in there with conflicts of interest.
Right. Wait, maybe, did he talk about erasing them? Because this one was not erased.
No, that's because it took place in a certain thing. It's only if nothing happened.
Oh, okay. Let's see. The glove. A document. What was up with this thing again? Evidence from a past case of Edgeworth's. So this might be that one?
I don't know.
Ever heard of Fistful of Dollars or The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly? Those were spaghetti westerns. Oh, I have heard of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I've never seen it, but I have heard of that. Damon Gann is the guy that loves swimming.
I mean, the only one we really have is his fingerprints. So.
And we do have the fingerprints here. But that's not like evidence or anything.
No, like actually his hand.
Whose?
Marshall's. That's why we called him to the stand.
Should we use that?
Yes, we can.
Where's that? This thing?
Yeah. So we just gotta get evidence of him like saying that he never went in. So just go to one of those. So go back for now.
Oh, right, that he was never there. Okay, so this, and then...
Yeah, try that one, and then...
Wait, is he on the record? Does he have a little, this thing?
Yeah,
Let's see if he's on there.
We don't know his number, so we don't know.
Uh-oh. What if he's 777?
That would be funny.
Alright,
The red hand.
the blood, right?
Yeah.
This one? Do you
Yep.
think this is good? Alright, let's try it.
There we go.
Officer Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called in to testify like this? After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime. And yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner. It's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene. Or to be exact, a handprint. Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. I pay my respects. That is, I make my rounds about once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints would be in there.
No.
I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood. Look at that outfit.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he had heels on for a second.
I thought so too, but it's just the
Witness!
spurs.
What's the reading of this? Your blood-stained fingerprints are at the crime scene. The blood was wiped away. However, a luminol test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall? It seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders.
I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall?
About the blood-stained... Oh, that's you. Not me.
Oh, about the blood-stained fingerprints?
Very well, you may begin your testimony about your fingerprints. Found at the scene of the crime!
What's the excuse?
Let's see. Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the blood-stained handprint. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. The bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? See, I had nothing to do with it. How does he know there was blood there? And that his hand was on the same spot? Because it was wiped away.
Yeah, odd.
The witness's explanation appears valid. Although there's room for doubt. Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. This guy's hiding something. I can feel it. Now's my chance to prove it. Oh, something happened.
Homecoming Hero sent you 25 bits.
Oh, thank you so much. Edgeworth. Right, do you have the permits and paperwork to collect fingerprints and run luminol tests? Right, penalty bar just burst into flames.
You don't worry about it.
No one ever asks him. They're just like, oh, okay, more evidence. Let's just, we'll take it. That's because you, how did you put it, pay your respects once a month? Yep, that's right. That and one more thing. That locker happens to be mine. What? What do you mean? I mean what I said. That's the locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I still use. All that's in there now, though, is a heap of broken dreams. I see. It'd be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker. Apparently, his fingerprint data was never removed from that locker's programming. He must have been using the fingerprint lock all this time without ever knowing it. Alright, so updated that.
Interesting.
So then, what about the bloody handprint? Wasn't mine. It's no mystery. Please explain. My locker is covered with my fingerprints. It just so It just so happened. It's just, yeah.
Because yeah, he says the thing that always irks me about a bit about Ace Attorney games is that defense is always required to provide evidence over every little thing.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the witnesses of prosecution make wild claims like these that don't need evidence.
I know.
That's the Japanese court system.
Guilty until proven innocent, right?
More so, yeah.
Yeah. Harmer says, think about nothing but broken dreams are in that locker. Something feels suspicious about that to me. Yeah, I know, doesn't it? Definitely makes him have a motive.
Especially with something actually hanging out of it.
Yeah. The chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1. On the contrary, one could argue just the opposite. The chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1. Get one thing straight, partner. You ain't gonna get no reward for me with a mere fingerprint. You wanna know why? Unrelated. They're as different as night and day. Kinda like cereal and cereal. One's got to do with breakfast while the other's a type of murder. He's right. Although seemingly alike, they're totally different. I don't see what homonyms have to do with this.
Hey, Smash Man with 100 bits.
Thank you, Smash Matt. It took me a while before I realized the Ace Attorney games were biting social commentary on the unfair imbalance of Japan's justice system. Wait, really? Oh, I did not even pick that up. And we've been saying it this whole time. Wow. How do you know that? I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up on the reports.
There was a bloodstain at the scene, thought to be left by the murderer.
That's right. It was found on Detective Gumshoe's locker.
However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint.
Oh yeah, I think we tried that too.
So that would mean the murderer wearing gloves happened to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprint?
That's the only logical conclusion. Are you starting to get the picture, partner? The picture? The seal of blood. In the desert, it's just food for the buzzards. There's only one reality, and that's this. The security tape? So long as my trial isn't in there, you can't say otherwise. Oh, trail.
This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination.
Smashmat said, like it's rare for a defense attorney to win even 1 or 2 cases in their entire career, let alone as many as Phoenix Wright has won. Oh, wow. That would be depressing.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now then, continue your testimony, Officer Marshall.
Alright.
Alright, so now we have to present something.
So basically, oh wait.
Wait, this one. We haven't done this one. What do you mean by that? You want to tie me to this crime? Isn't that right, partner? If so, that video is the only direct evidence you have. But that video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots.
Blind spots?
Places you can't see. The camera's panning back and forth. The floor isn't shown. If someone was familiar with the camera's position, they could leave the room without being caught on tape.
We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright.
Well, Mr. Wright, if you can show us evidence that this video that indicates Officer Marshall was present, please do so now.
Well, we know what we have to do.
Yep.
Save-a-roo, save-a-roo. And then, show evidence. Very well. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall. Do we have to watch this video again?
Yep. Tread carefully, Mr. Wright, or you might wind up being the one making the mistake.
Now then, let's have another look at the video. Show us this incriminating evidence of the witness. Officer Jake Marshall!
Here you go, Derek.
Alright. So...
What are we looking for? That it could be that he was there?
Evidence that he was there.
Jake was there?
So, here's the thing that he pointed out quite a few times. He has, that the criminal had gloves on.
Okay.
Are those gloves or not?
I don't know. Go back. Rewind when he's walking by, because don't you see his hand clear? Right there. I can't tell, actually. It could be gloves and it could not be gloves.
Can't go down that far, so I'll have to let it...
Oh, look, it's our best friend, the blue badger. And then Cobra. Oh, man.
Just to be sure. Don't think
I can't tell. But how... Oh, I don't know how we're supposed to prove Jake was here.
Well, his claim was that the gloves is why it didn't work. I don't know. We can try it unless you can think of anything else.
They're gloves. I can see the line. Oh, Armor thinks they are gloves. I'm not sure. Because there's a line there, but that looks to me like the cuff of the jacket. But I don't know if back earlier if you could see something.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It doesn't help the video has no color. Yep, that too, Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a little helpful.
Should we try it or try something else?
Because he could... I guess if that was Jake right there, I mean, he could just have that stuff covering up his features.
Mm-hmm.
I would keep watching the full video. Alright, I guess keep looking. Maybe there's something near the end.
Yeah, let's look for something else.
Maybe the fact that no one was there, like when Meekins was on the ground.
Alright.
Wait, are you going forward or backward?
This is...
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get sick.
Alright, this is the beginning. And the...
What?
I'm gonna look for something.
What you looking for? Do enlighten.
That
What?
is Marshall's
Yeah, that's
locker.
Marshall's. What about it?
It doesn't have that piece of cloth.
Uh-huh. So he was in there at some point between this and when we went in there?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that doesn't really prove too much.
I mean, it means he went in some point between now and when we went in, so...
I think the real crime is this song.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that one, Homecoming Hero.
We can try that, but that's about the only thing I can see.
Okay, I guess we can try it. Oh, we will have a penalty, by the way, if we're wrong.
All right. Well, good luck.
There, how's that for evidence? Oh, gosh. I don't think...
Please allow me to apologize
I
to
don't
my
think that was
colleague,
right.
Your Honor. Oh, I'm sorry. He gets carried away sometimes.
Yes, well, this certainly isn't a first, nor a last.
Will you forgive him too, Officer Marshall? He's not a bad man, just a bit disillusioned.
Of course. I'm not one to gun down unarmed boys. Oh, great. How Edgeworth is defending me. Guess that means I missed the mark.
It's all right.
Very well, let's get back to the cross-examination.
Belle, at least it's not Apollo Justice. Wait, what do you mean? Alright, wait. How do we get back to the... Why aren't we doing the video anymore? Do we have to go back? Do we have to save scum? Is there something there? Let's see. Load. Oh. Load. I'm sure we had to find something there, so I'm gonna load.
Alright, yeah.
Alright, show evidence.
Let's try again.
Here, I gotta give you that. You can hold down, B. Alright.
What else to look for?
I don't know. And why did Meekins go in there?
He saw somebody on the monitor.
Why did he go in, though? Is it because he's just gone? Like, how do we show that, though?
Wait.
Oh, there's the thing! Look!
Yeah, now
there's
there.
something in there! The
Oh.
jacket! No, wait, it can't be
Maybe.
the jacket because she was wearing it.
So we were close, I just didn't...
Yeah, it was... Okay. Bringing our attention back to the security camera is a mistake I'm afraid you'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall. The days are short in Texas, and so are our tempers. Could you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less? Very well. 1, 2.
Yeah.
You can clearly be seen in this video! Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner. The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video. Alright, good job, Derek.
I had the right idea, I just didn't realize about the cloth actually
That
sticking
locker
out
with the white
during
cloth
hole.
sticking out. That was the witnesses, I believe.
Now then, let's rewind the video a bit. Oh my gosh. Why? Why can't they just be pictures?
They really
Why
wanna
can't they
torture
just
you.
be stills?
Gotta
Oh
show off
my
that
goodness.
3DS capability.
I wonder if on the 3DS could you move... Oh no, you can't move it because it's a recording.
Yeah.
Because it would be kind of cool if you could move the 3DS with a gyro and look around.
Oh, the white cloth, it's gone. What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall?
When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away. Maybe they were in on it together somehow. Like he faked himself being Goodman. He took off the bloody coat, put it in his locker. Wait, it was still there though, because I was gonna say then Lana took it. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Hold your horses. Sorry, partner, but you got the wrong man. So what if my locker was opened? That doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it. The murderer needed to hide something, so he opened a locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault he happened to choose mine. Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man? This guy isn't just playing dumb. He really doesn't know. I hate to rain on your parade, but you're the only person who can open that particular locker. Oh yeah? I call your bluff. You say I opened that locker, now prove it. Oh, I pressed something. Oh, okay. I just examined my own badge. Okay, wait.
How do you prove you opened
It's
his
probably
own
on the
locker?
locker, right? Because the locker states fingerprint. Indicate.
Oh, there, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Perfect.
Please be right. Fingerprint sensor.
Look at that.
Sweaty.
I got to see him a little worried.
We talked about this earlier today. The lockers can only be opened by the detectives they belong to. What kind of crazy talk is this? I need some water. Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. So, Sheriff, what do you have to say
Yes,
in
present
8
your
words
badge.
or less?
You present your badge to everyone, everywhere.
Oh, look at him. He's like chewing something.
That's like jerky.
Jerky or something. I only got 1 word for you, partner. No!
Oof, shot through the heart.
Oh my gosh.
And you're to blame.
Oh, is that a song?
Yeah.
Order, order, order! Witness, explain yourself.
Never listen to Bon Jovi?
Maybe?
No.
If this is a joke, It's the worst I ever heard. I assure you, this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. Ole!
Please answer the question.
What is he now, a bullfighter? That's all right, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out from here.
We can?
Have a look at these floor plans. There's no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall.
If that's so, then where was the witness?
It seems Mr. Wright has an answer.
That's right. The only possible conclusion.
Well then, let's hear it. Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime?
Oh boy, I get to clicky clicky. Killer.
Well, you think he's the killer?
Yeah? Who else would he be? Or
I mean, that he didn't. Where was he that he didn't see anything?
that who didn't see anything?
Marshall.
Marshall's the victim, right?
No.
Oh.
Meekins is the victim.
Oh, okay. This is him. Sorry, I got it mixed up.
Meekins. You're talking. Where was Marshall?
Which is the one that's fake Goodman? I want to point on that. Is that this one? The victim? Who's the victim? Marshall or? I mean, not Marshall.
Oh, wait.
Meekins.
Homecoming here with 25 bits. Derek is going to break out Bon Jovi mixtape on the next road trip at Sunday Rocket like it's 1992.
Nice. Thank you so much for the bits as well.
Fizzy says K is Meekins.
Okay, so K would be Meekins.
So in that case, I guess
I
victim
think
is what you want to say?
Because the one who's wearing the white coat basically is who I'm trying to say is him.
So I guess V would be it.
Because I think he's wearing this and then he comes around the camera. I guess you can walk around it or like crawled underneath, stashed away something and then left.
Okay.
That's
so then in that case you would want to present
I think it's this.
Okay.
Hopefully. Oh wait, I can't save. Oh well, I'm going for it. Officer Marshall was standing right here.
There, but that's where the victim, Detective Goodman, was.
Correct, unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman. I believe the victim in the video is Officer Marshall. It was you dressed up like Detective Goodman.
But that's preposterous. Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene.
But he didn't see his face.
Once he saw the man's face, he'd know for sure.
May I point out, though, that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman. He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted.
When I entered the evidence room, I asked him to show his card, sir.
Yes, and how did Detective Goodman respond?
He suddenly pulled a knife on me. Oh, and Marshall does have a knife.
Oh, right, because he shaves all the time. Something about the officer's story puzzled me. If the man had his ID card, why didn't he just show it?
Yes, he would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it.
The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on his ID card.
Oh, I get it!
If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall? This jerky is good. You've got quite an imagination, partner. We got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial evidence? He's still denying it. You're gonna have to do better than that to break a detective. Unless you have hard evidence proving I dressed up as the victim.
I can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition.
I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining.
I already used that insult.
I know.
Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that Officer Marshall dressed up as the victim?
Well, who am I kidding? I don't have anything like that. I can see the fear in your eyes, partner. Seems you're the one who couldn't take the desert heat. Ack! This can't be happening. It's so obvious he's the one. What can I do?
It looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed. I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. When you've run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics.
The basics? Oh boy, it's getting dark. For me, that would be what Mia used to tell me. Ding, ding, ding. Always save. That's what she said. Mama told me there'd be days like this. You better save like this. My mama said.
Oh my god.
Phoenix, try thinking outside the box. I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise, but rather I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise.
Why do you think this locker was opened in the first place?
Harmer said the timing of the situation, Detective Goodman can't be at two places at once. I know, right? All right, let's see.
What do you mean?
There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did, despite the chance it might be discovered later as it has been.
Which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker.
According to the defense's argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. Then, after the crime was committed, he opened his own locker for some unknown reason.
To stash that cloth, obviously. Or I guess it could have fallen out, but still.
The fact that a white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that he opened it in order to put the cloth inside.
So, just what exactly is this piece of cloth?
Perhaps the video is the key to all our unanswered questions. I don't have any evidence, so this video is my only shot.
Been relying on that video.
Oh my gosh.
Very well, let's take yet another look at the security tape that Amy loves so much.
Hear that song.
After committing the crime, the witness opened the locker to put away the white cloth. Please show us why the witness had to open his locker.
I at least know this one, do you?
The jacket with blood on it?
Yep.
Because it's bloody?
Mm-hmm.
No, not the tape. No, not again. Yes! Back to the video, gang. Oh man. Good times. Good times. I think we're all very used to this video. Kiko's even getting up and leaving. She's like, well, I've had enough of this.
Yeah.
For some reason, you disguised yourself as Detective Goodman and entered the evidence room, though I don't know to what end yet. However, something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you. When asked to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked, and the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood.
A bloody white coat! I can't stand those bloody things!
You couldn't just walk out like that, so you hid the coat in your locker. Exactly. Not bad, partner. You could never escape the curse of the videotape.
Oh, God.
Now then, Officer Marshall, are you ready to tell us the truth?
Looks like I underestimated y'all. That was quite a weird word to say in an Aussie accent.
I bet.
I've never heard an Aussie say y'all. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm never happy.
2 years ago, if you were only half as persistent then as you are today, we all wouldn't have to be here now would we? Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did. All of it. All right. Seems the time has come. Is he gonna throw Edgeworth under the bus or something? Because he sounded like he was getting ready to. I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. I stole the detective's ID and dressed like him. I planned to take out the evidence. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out and managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on camera. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15.
There you go.
So the supposed victim was really you.
But there's one thing I still don't understand. Traces of a large quantity of blood were found on the floor of the evidence room. If no one was murdered, then how could that be?
From the knife on Meekins' hand?
I guess.
Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand. My guess is he's the donor. It was way too much blood for such a small donation. Okay, so that I guess that doesn't match up then. Because wasn't the day that this happened when it was gonna like expire or something?
Yes.
Like they couldn't
They were
continue.
clearing out the evidence.
Yeah. When you say it, you mean... Do you even have to ask, partner? The SL9 incident.
2 years have passed since that case was closed. It was going to completely end with the transferal that day.
Not if I have anything to do with it. That incident's not over. But what did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room? When a case is closed, only that case's lead detective can look through the evidence. I wanted to have a look at it myself one more time, no matter what the cost. I don't care what anyone says, partner. That case is mine. But Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. Why does he care so much about it? Because of the related name, probably.
Probably.
That day was my last chance. That's why I...
That's my guess. Probably present that evidence at
Yeah.
that point.
Do you want to still press, though?
Oh yeah, still press everything.
Meekins has gallons of blood, it seems. Ew. Why did you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman? If I didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transferal, I'd be arrested for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere.
So you did it to fool the security camera.
But he's the security guy, so why didn't he just throw it out?
Because, just in case somebody else saw.
Oh, like an alibi proof.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
see. Okay.
And the detective's ID card?
I stole that the morning of the incident. So that really was why Goodman started filing out that lost item report. Filling out, sorry, not filing. I returned his ID card. I left it on the floor in the prosecutor's office parking lot. That's not returning it. The ID card I found was left there by Officer Marshall.
So essentially...
Oh, we got some highlighted messages here. Looks like Jake Marshall lied in court, but no one seems to care about that. Good thing he won't be facing any consequences for committing perjury, just like in real life. I know, right? I think this is the part about the ruined dreams he mentioned. Yeah, definitely. So essential. Oh, that's you.
Yeah, I said it. You managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight.
What do you mean, partner?
I mean, the fingerprint activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints. Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't have been able to open that locker yourself.
But he could because a rubber glove just happened to get stuck in the door. That means Detective Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall. Was it... Okay, so did Officer Marshall go in there? No, I mean, okay, not Marshall. Goodman went in there. Marshall snuck in.
I just have to play because I have no idea.
He opened the locker. Okay, we're just gonna have to see. Homecoming hero, thank you so much for the 25 bits. We know the truth. Marshall heard the Blue Badger song one too many times and it sent him into a blind rage, and Meekins paid the price.
Somebody had to.
You pulled a knife on Officer Meekins and tried to drive him off. Let's just say I was a little surprised. I only planned on being in the evidence room for no more than 5 minutes. I didn't think anyone would actually come in during that short time.
Officer Meekins certainly is a one-in-a-million type of person.
Yep.
Mistaking a detective for an intruder and demanding to show his ID.
I'll have to think a little more about his raise this year.
When did Edgeworth get so much influence? Anyway, he threw himself at me and I ended up cutting him slightly.
Slightly.
I'm sorry it had to turn out that way. With me knocking him out and everything. By the way, what happened to your knife?
Right
Oh, you mean this one? I don't know what to say.
So you knocked Officer Meekins out and shaved?
Yeah.
So, you did your research beforehand. Those who go into the desert unprepared don't live long, partner. I didn't think it would make a difference, though. The security tape is erased every 6 hours. If all had gone as planned, no footage would have been left.
However, you bloodied your coat in your struggle with Officer Meekins.
If someone was in the security room when I came out, the jig would have been up. I opened my locker and stashed it in there. What was Officer Meekins doing during that time? What else? He was sleeping like a baby.
So what you're saying is, on that day...
Last one.
Yep. But the blood found at the scene certainly indicates a crime took place. What are you, blind? The victim shown on that tape is me, and I'm not dead yet, partner.
So you stole the evidence from the locker?
Actually, no, I didn't.
Why not?
It was already gone. When I opened the locker, the evidence was already gone.
There you go.
I was right!
What? Mr. Edgeworth, where's that evidence?
It's still missing, Your Honor.
Detective Goodman's locker was already empty. I guess that's why the glove was there?
Maybe?
Because he didn't know about the fingerprint.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't have known to set up the glove.
Yeah, that's what they said it before. So
Oh,
somebody
it
else
just clicked.
Okay.
It just clicked. Okay, so somebody else had gone in, stolen it. But I don't know why they left a glove there. Maybe just bad
Bad
memory.
Fell
or like,
in just the right
yeah.
way.
Wow. Okay. All
Hard to
right.
say.
Here we go. Someone else stole the evidence. Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing? Fire away, partner. It's a free country. Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer. Why did you do this? Stealing a detective's ID, injuring a police officer. This is no small offense.
Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. It can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary.
I was about to say, is he going to cut his salary?
Exactly.
Not that salary cuts are ever a valid solution. Like I said, this isn't your case. This one is mine. And I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with.
The witness has an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more.
I can't just forget the SL9 incident. You know why? Because you have someone that's related.
Yep.
But that case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it?
That's the reason the evidence was stored in the evidence room.
Joe Dark was convicted for his crimes. One thing I can say for sure is that he deserved his sentence.
What if he wasn't actually the one and they sent him off?
I don't know.
I remember the Joe Dark case. It involved serial murders, didn't it?
We've talked about this several times. How has he forgotten already?
The judge does not have a...
He's got my memory,
Yeah.
except worse because I remembered.
Yeah.
I don't intend to complain about how it turned out, but there's something that still bothers me. Something went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about.
What happened?
I don't know. That's why I'm trying to find out. Why is he so concerned with that incident? Maybe I should present him with what I think his real reason is. I had a feeling we'd wind up here sooner or later. Everyone involved here is related in some way to that case. I'd better take another look at the files. Alright, I gotta get back to
Yeah,
that.
get that last one, and I think you know which one to present.
Yep, the one that has his same last name.
Yep.
Instead of Streamer Brain, he has Judge Brain.
Oh, God.
Here we go. Alright. Present. I think it's near the end.
Yeah.
This one.
It's
yeah.
that one.
Present.
Yep.
Oh.
There we go.
Officer Marshall, I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the SL9 incident. Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner. I have the SL9 incident file here.
Quench your thirst. It's
The name
quenchiest.
Marshall is mentioned in here. In a list of murder victims. Neil Marshall, are you related to this man?
Neil Marshall.
Yeah, I'm sure you've heard the name. 2 years ago.
Ooh.
Oh, wait. He received the same lousy prosecutor award you got.
What? A prosecutor?
He must be talking about the King of Prosecutors award.
Now I remember. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handled the SL9 case before I did.
That's right. He was killed. And the case fell into your hands.
But what's his relation to you?
He was my brother. Oh, that's so... This part is the sad part. He was investigating the murders with Damon Gant, the then Deputy Chief of Police. Wait. Hold on, what? Wait.
Huh?
Oh, sorry. I thought he said that Gant was the one who was murdering. The
No.
group of detectives I was part of worked under them. We were desperate to prosecute the killer. Oh gosh.
Yeah, he looks like a killer.
He looks evil. Joe Dark. My brother fought Dark and was killed. That was the first time Dark left behind any evidence. That was all we needed. He was... What is that?
Arraigned.
He was arraigned and incarcerated. The case was finally closed. At least, according to the public records.
What do you mean?
My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. I knew my brother better than anyone. No one could have beaten him in a fight.
And that's it? That's your reason for your insane actions?
There's more to my brother's death than what the records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me.
Well, at least one thing's for certain. Now we know what happened to the police department. At the police department on the day of the crime.
That was the last day the SL9 case could be reopened.
Not satisfied with its resolution.
Not satisfied with its resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence.
Sorry.
It's alright.
Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Officer Meekins confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled.
Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. No murder took place at the police department that day.
I guess that means in this case, this is all irrelevant then, right?
Seems
For now, like
it.
in the judge's eyes. For now.
Later, Luna West. The things that happen by chance never cease to amaze.
Bye, Luma. Thanks so much for coming.
At exactly the same time as the murder at the prosecutor's office, this fake murder was going on at the police department.
What if it was Goodman? Like,
What do you
what if Goodman back then had something to do with the murders and all that, and that's why they turned on him and killed him?
Maybe?
It's just, I'm so curious. Chance, it's got to be more than just that.
So if no one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime, that means the murder in the prosecutor's office parking lot was the real one.
Which, in turn, means only one person could have committed the crime.
Oh, back to this again.
Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye.
But wait, a verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial.
Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today.
But
There's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. There yet remained the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department.
it seems to me this boy's got the draw on you, partner.
All of the mysteries at the police department have been resolved, no doubt about it.
Yeah, right.
Our sole murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Skye. And the testimony of one Miss Angel Starr is completely incontestable. If you have a response, make it a single word or less.
Less than a single word. How about a point and a slam? Arg. That's not my word. That's not my word.
I rest my case.
It seems this trial has reached its conclusion. There's no room for doubt.
Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time disproving the alleged murder at the police department.
Here we go. There's no doubt what I proved today is true. The apparent murder on the security camera's tape really was a fake. But I didn't realize that would end up proving Lana guilty.
Now then, the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant... I'll give a dramatic pause for you.
Oh. She came back! Your Honor, wait! Emma, the defense has an objection. A scientific objection. Right? What do you mean, Wright?
Mr. Wright, are you this girl's guardian?
Oh my god.
Your Honor, in a sense, please, Your Honor, all I'm asking for is a minute of your time. Please hear me out. Mr. Edgeworth, please.
I don't want to leave any loose ends. You want a minute? I'll give you 3.
Ooh, generous.
Mm-hmm.
Our precious cinnamon roll. Aw. I was kind of in shock. I mean, finding out the SL9 incident referred to the Joe Dart killings. Now that she mentions it, the names of both Sky Sisters were in that file. But that's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. So I knew his fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime. That left only one thing, the other handprint.
You mean the traces of blood found in Detective Gumshoe's locker?
But no fingerprints were found on it, right?
No, but I figured if I examine it scientifically, I'd be sure to find a clue. So, I ran over there and looked at it again. So, did you find something? No. Huh? Sorry. I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all.
Oh my god.
Is that all? Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school student. And I'm just an attorney. But Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. If we can't find something wrong with them, please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. If anyone can save Lana, it's you. Me? Oh boy.
Well,
Time's up! Now then, Mr. Wright. With regard to the incident at the police department, does any reasonable doubt remain?
It appears the defense is troubled by the other blood mark.
Here he comes, saving us again. Good old Edgy!
Looking at the floor plans, a handprint was discovered around here. Is there a problem with this?
Mr. Wright, I'm sorry I can't be of more use. But still, if you can't find anything wrong with that blood mark, Lana will be...
Please answer my question, Mr. Wright. We don't have all day.
Yes, Your Honor. If ever I've needed to concentrate, it's now. Uh-oh, I forgot to save. Oh wait, I can still save.
Yep.
Save-a-roo, save-a-roo. Okay, what could be wrong with that handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker?
This came up naturally?
Yes. Found on a Marshall's own locker. The print had been white. Wait, that's...
No, this is different.
That's a different one.
Let's go one by one. I mean, Fizzy points out that wasn't that where the Blue Badger was, and we certainly watched the video enough for that.
Oh my gosh! How could I have forgotten?
Present the videotape.
Really?
Yeah, try it.
I guess we don't have the red mark, so saying that we'll lose out.
Yeah.
Wait, there's no present.
Go back. You must have brought it up without realizing.
Oh, okay. Could there be something I'm missing? Oh, okay. I object.
There you go.
This handprint left at the crime scene clearly shows a contradiction.
The only thing that seems clear is your grasping, Mr. Wright.
You've been staring pretty intently at those floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them?
Yes, this is strange. Take a good look at these floor plans. Something's missing.
Missing? You mean something hasn't been drawn on there?
Yes, something that, when drawn, will completely change the meaning of the blood mark.
Let us pray the defense isn't simply trying to buy time, as usual. Very well, Mr. Wright.
With all this evidence here, there's gotta be something I can use.
The question is, which item can prove something is missing on the floor plans?
Is it actually this, though? Because this is the thing that's missing, so maybe if we present this.
I think so.
Let's see. Be quiet, be quiet. It's not quiet! Oh, there it goes.
No, you're good.
What about that piece of plywood? I was really hoping he was going to say, what about that piece of crap? The Blue Badger, mascot of the police force. Defender of truth, guardian of proof. Poof.
Explain yourself, Mr. Wright.
Please look at the floor plans of the crime scene. The Blue Badger is not here. So? So watch what happens when we put him in. This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime.
Big thing.
Well,
What?
Night, Scissor Red.
good night. Thank you so much for joining. That's right. So long as the blue badger is dancing here, it would be impossible to place a handprint at this spot on the locker.
What?
So animated.
I know, that's great. So the handprint was there before. I bet the blue badger was put there on purpose then. Or like moved over because it blocks it specifically from the camera.
So that means, just exactly what does that mean?
It means it can't be done.
What are you saying? Blood traces were undeniably found on that locker.
Don't look at me. I didn't put it there. Mr. Wright, think it through scientifically. Emma, on that afternoon, Officer Meekins was the one who brought the blue badger to the evidence room, right? After he put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint on that locker. So that must mean this blood mark was left there before the blue badger was brought in?
Just one moment. I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash in my courtroom.
It may sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but it's the only possible explanation. On February 21st, in the police department's evidence room, blood was spilled not once, but twice.
But how?
One time was captured on this tape, taken by the security camera. Officer Meekins cut his hand from which a trivial amount of blood fell. The problem is the other time. That darn tape.
I know.
It'll never leave us alone. Someone bled prior to the struggle shown on this tape. It had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered. I wondered. He was murdered ahead of time. Like, he was already gone. And they had to just move him or something. Oh my
Maybe.
gosh.
That's ridiculous. I refuse to accept your absurd claim.
What about the autopsy report? How long had he been gone? They can tell that, can't they?
Yeah.
The murder portrayed in the security tape has been proven to be a fake. However, that does not explain the blood mark found on the locker. I like this music.
So good. So then, assuming this murder you purport really happened, when did it take place? I demand you show evidence that proves when it occurred.
Maybe it was when 777.
Could be.
When did the first incident occur?
To summarize, the defense claims that prior to Officer Meekins being cut by Jake Marshall, who was posing as Detective Goodman, another incident took place in that evidence room.
That's right. The blood mark on the locker proves this.
Very well. Then tell us, when did this first incident occur? As Mr. Edgeworth said, proof must be presented.
Proof that shows when the murder took place. There's only one piece of evidence that can show that, and I'm still saving anyway.
Just to be safe.
Now then, will the defense please present its evidence? What shows when the first crime took place?
I think it's further back. I can't remember when we
Must
got it.
be-
This one?
Yes,
Let me make
my
sure.
best guess.
Yeah, 420. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it has to be that.
Wait, Miles came in after?
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh.
Well, I guess I'll be able to confirm whether it was there or not when he got
Oh.
in. I think it's fine.
Oh no. Okay, here we go. The crime took place inside the evidence room when the killer would have had to enter it. Oh, then the killer would have had to enter it. And in order to do so, an ID card would have been required.
An ID card? Oh, the ID card record.
Officer Meekins brought the Blue Badger panel into the evidence room at, let's see here, 4:50 p.m. Oh,
If the crime took place before that time, then it would be 4:40 p.m. Ah! Ah! Miles Edgeworth! Just what have you done?
Oh, God.
I never would have figured you had the nerve, boy.
Drop the act, witness. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out it couldn't have been me.
Nope, I ain't getting it.
I'm afraid I don't understand either.
It's clear from the luminol test that blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood.
That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murder.
I would have had just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible.
That would mean the crime must have taken place before Mr. Edgeworth entered the evidence room.
Oh, we got a joke coming up. One second.
Okay.
We'll get that in just a minute. Well, let's look at the chart again.
Finally time to figure out who the 777 is.
There's only one other card number remaining. 777, 777, 7. Talk about a lucky number. Should we do the joke now?
Yeah.
Now's a good time.
Yeah.
All right. Jordan, here is your joke. Let's see, where were we? Okay. This is Preston and Winston talking to each other.
All right.
Preston said, "Why did all the chickens disappear?" Winston replied, "I don't have any explanation." And one extra for fun. Who brings Easter eggs to all the sea creatures? The Oyster Bunny.
Oh my god. Oyster Bunny. Jeez.
There you go. Lightening the mood. All right.
But wait, that doesn't make sense.
I don't get it.
Oysters, they don't carry bodies and
Right.
the eggs.
Right.
How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room?
Since there's no record of his card being used beforehand, he must have entered along with the real murder. Ooh, that's the only plausible explanation. He went in with 7777777.
Mr. Edgeworth, please look into this ASAP. Find out whose ID number is 7777777.
Oh my god. That's 17 too many, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of that ID card. At least at present.
What? Binding Cobra, thank you so much for
Binding
coming.
Cobra.
Explain yourself, son.
The ID number 7777777 belongs to someone with a rank of captain or higher.
Ooh, Gant? Do you think it's Gant?
Someone who is a so-called executive officer. We don't have the authority to inquire into such a person's identity.
We gotta go ask him to borrow $50.
Yeah.
But that's
Oh, yeah.
ridiculous. Just how?
I'm not finished talking, Mr. Wright. There is one situation in which we can be granted such authority.
If an official charge filed against an executive is accepted,
An official charge? You're all alike, aren't you? With your cover-ups and your forgeries. That's how the prosecutor's office operates.
I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. I would appreciate it if you would keep your slander to yourself.
Slander, is it? Okay. Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
No, not to you. To her, the defendant sitting over there. Your own little executive. Lana?
Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course we've looked up her ID number, and it's not 777-7777.
Don't play me for a fool, partner. That's not what I want to ask. All I want to know is one thing about that incident.
the SL9 incident.
Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. In that trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence? Dun dun dun. Wait a second. Are we switching guard here?
Do you need the witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor?
I heard him fine, Mr. Edgeworth.
2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for that trial.
Oh yeah,
At the
7
time,
sevens.
we-
We're Lycan's right. It is 7 sevens.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Occasionally, we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least, I did. Lana! I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law.
Defendant, just what are you saying?
I'll ask you again, Chief Prosecutor.
I love how they're in the same spot.
During that trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in court? can you look me, an investigator in that crime, in the eye and say that you did?
Chief Prosecutor, you didn't.
I don't have to, Officer Marshall.
Why won't you answer him?
Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to in order for him to get the verdict he deserved.
But Lana...
Even if it involved forging evidence.
Uh-oh. That's a problem.
That ain't good.
Oh boy.
There's a lot of awkward tension. See? That's what I'm talking about.
No. No!
Order!
Lana's remarks caused such a stir. The chaos in the courtroom would have to wait until the following day. That's good, because we were going overtime.
Yeah. I knew we were close to the end, so...
Loud murmurs. Exactly. Confession. Yes. Say the rue, say the rue. I can't wait to get extra emotes one day so I can have a save-a-roo emote. Wouldn't that be so adorable? Like a little kangaroo holding a sign that says save or something.
So, here's the...
Oh, wait, where did you say?
I'm pretty sure this is the crazy part.
Can I play music if I press?
No.
Oh, come on. Oh, well. It'll be a silent ending. I'm sorry, everybody. No upbeat music.
Try to operate probably two or three more streams of this.
That's fine with me. It's fun. And I'm like really looking forward to seeing what
You're
this
approaching
does.
the end.
Yep, we are. Oh, we got a joke before we leave, though. Fizzy said, this series shows time and time again how favorable the system is to prosecutors. So how little evidence did they
said he only slipped
had
up that one
they
time with
needed
Neil.
to forge evidence. I know, right? What did you just say, Derek?
They said this Joe Dark only slipped up that one time.
I know,
with Neil,
only had the one. Yeah, exactly. So one heck of a cliffhanger to end on. I know. All right, so
back to
for
investigating.
the FA 56, Derek. What do you get when you cross a dog and a crab?
What?
A Doberman Pinscher.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say a dab.
Oh. One more. Why did the meteor do well in school?
Why?
It was this teacher's star pupil.
Oh my god.
Yay.
Wow.
There you go. I hope you enjoyed at least one of those. All right. Now, what were you just saying, Derek? Because I already forgot.
Next time we'll be back to investigating.
Ooh, that's exciting.
And I believe, if correct me if I'm wrong, stream, chat. This is correct me if I'm wrong, stream.
Oh, sorry. I was clicking to see if we could rate anyone. Sorry for the repeat.
No worries. This is the first time we've gone beyond day 3, correct?
Is this? What? Really?
I
guess you're right.
Yeah, this is investigation.
Usually 3 days we would have it kind of wrapped up.
Mm-hmm.
Weird. Crazy.
Am I wrong in that, or am I mixing things up?
Derek, we need help.
I thinks it is. I thought so.
Yeah, I don't see anyone.
So it just shows how big this case is that we haven't even.
I know that, and that there's going to be 2 or 3 more streams. That's crazy, but exciting. Looking it up now. Oh my gosh! Just don't spoil it. All right. Well, I don't really see anybody that I know that's streaming. I guess Proton John is streaming Okami. He does have almost 2,000 viewers though.
Exactly.
So
We're dropping the bucket.
I mean, we still can if you guys want to. Or if you have any suggestions of anyone that you know that's streaming, you can let me know.
It said trial day 3, so that's why I wasn't sure. It says technically we've only done 2 trial days up to this point. All right.
Okay. Oh, okay. I think it's still 3. Since first day was Angel Star, and then Marshall, and then Meekins. Okay.
For some reason, it felt longer. Oh well.
It does. It still feels. It's obviously still a long one. So. Alrighty.
All right. Well.
Major Link Gaming.
I've heard of them.
Let me see. Whoa. Sorry.
Yeah, you can just type it in.
I just. How do you do it again?
Here.
Hold on. Derek's gonna help. I'm not used to knowing how to stream when it's not someone on my list. There we go. Mario Kart 8. Oh, that's fun.
There you go.
All right,
That'll
cool.
work.
All right, so let's raid them and let's have a little a hashtag to bring along with us. What?
Something about Blue Badger.
Oh gosh. Cursed Blue Badger video. Blue Badger.
Just cursed badger.
I like cursed badger video. Let's leave it vague.
There you go.
Cursed badger video. I think that would be fun.
There you go. That's perfect.
Thank you all so very much for sticking with me. It's been so much fun. I can't wait until next week so we can get even more information uncovered because this is just too good.
Yeah, I have a feeling next week would just be all investigation.
Creeper badger. All right. Well, thank you all so very much. Really do appreciate it. We'll see you next Saturday, 11 p.m. Eastern Time, where we will pick up right here with poor, sad Emma. I'm sorry, Emma. We'll help you as soon as we can. Thank you again. Really, really, really appreciate it. Have a wonderful weekend. We love you all. You're just amazing. And thank you for all the support. We'll see you next time. Bye, everyone, and take care.
Bye.